Welcome back to Hot Take Sports episode 116. We are back to 4 members for the week. We're still a couple more weeks away from getting Leo back. When he's on nights, they pushed it back, which is kind of rude of them not to think of us when they were building their schedule. But, the state of Ohio doesn't pay attention to Hot Take Sports. Who do they think they are?
Hopefully we get a lot of snow and they push it back up.
Do we want a lot of snow, though?
Yeah, snow me into my apartment so I don't have to take my exams in person.
I thought he was going to say so I don't have to go home. I was like, dang.
Well, I have to go to work no matter what, so.
That's fair.
I'm here for no snow, but like at the same time, I kind of want to actually see it before December 17th. So.
You could see it today. It snowed all day.
Oh, no, I want to see it like on the ground.
Oh.
Like outside of my house, not where I work.
See, I don't mind snow because I know how to drive in snow. I just don't trust everybody else to drive in snow.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
I don't trust anybody to drive in the city of Findlay. That's a fact.
Well, I don't trust anybody to drive anywhere.
So anyways, I'm back. I'm sure you guys had a very calm and eventless podcast last week full of really good sports talk, and that was just about it. So I'll start. I had a great trip to South Carolina.
All right, Isaac, how was your week?
So anyways, we had a good trip down, some traffic, but not too crazy. Great food, hung out with the family, got to go to the zoo. It was 60 plus degrees at the zoo. Could have worn shorts. It was so nice. But to cap it all off, put $180 in the bank on Underdog Fantasy. So
I think
sports betting was fire down in South Carolina.
I think everybody but Leo hit at least one bet over Thanksgiving break.
Well, it's because Leo didn't bet.
All right, well, yeah.
I don't think that counts. Did you hit it? Oh.
March.
Next time. Oh. So next time. But anyways, the trip back was awful. It took us over 12 hours to get back, and it only took us 9 to 9.5 on the way to get there. So that was the karma coming back our way. So anyways.
Virginia?
What?
Was it in Virginia?
It started in South Carolina. It wasn't great. Virginia was bad. Because it's South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio.
Yep.
I think that's So it was everywhere. It was pretty much everywhere till we got to Ohio. Ohio was pretty quick.
Sounds about right. I'm doing good. Last full week of classes. Officially done with our mandatory ROTC stuff. So
nice.
That's a W.
Yes,
this time next week, I will be sleeping in past 5:30, which will be nice.
Yeah.
But got a lot to discuss on the NFL portions with fantasy football and the games last weekend and the games coming up this weekend. So excited to get into it.
Yes. I did forget. I'm just going to open the podcast with another semester, another Hell Week podcast.
Hell in hell.
Hell Week, Hell is Real Week. This guy's onto something. Got the crew hoodie on and everything. Look at him. He's on.
Speaking of crew hoodie, Isaac, how you doing?
Good. Almost done with class. Sadly, I have to go next Tuesday at 2, but it's my last class. So I can't complain too much.
If my professors were all awful people, I would have had all 5 of my finals on the same day. From 8 a.m. to 4 straight. But I have one tomorrow. One's a presentation we're doing Friday. And then 4 finals. 4 finals from 8 to... Anyways, you get the idea. There's one tomorrow, one Friday, one presentation on Wednesday, and then one actual final on Wednesday.
I have to sit through a whole class through a presentation, so I got that done today. And then present on early in the morning.
It's not too bad. You have a whole extra week after us, though, right?
I do. That's
because he goes to a fake college.
Oh, but I also started a whole 2 weeks after all of you, so
there is that.
That doesn't mean your college isn't fake, you communists. You guys go to school on Labor Day.
That is true. We did do that.
Anyway,
speaking of communists, I also have not been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I've heard it's overrated. Just had to get that out there.
It's not overrated. It's cool. It's worth going to once or twice.
Once.
I was saying, but the coolest thing my college has ever done is freshman year, we went from Thanksgiving to mid-January with no class because they pushed back the start of spring semester by 2 weeks because of COVID. was really
COVID
funny.
doesn't count. That's
I know, but it was still cool.
Just tell us how you're doing so we can start the podcast.
Oh, I'm doing good.
All right, start the podcast.
The list of projects is starting to dwindle. I'm very excited. Wrapping
Yeah, you're
up
almost done with undergrad over there.
my last
Almost
2
done.
weeks of undergrad, and hopefully the only grad.
Hey, unless they send you back, man. If whoever pays for it, go for it.
BG is going to be having a master's slot opening. GA spot.
Yeah, I think I'm all right. Thanks. So. I've had enough of
you wouldn't get
college
into BG anyway.
and school for a while. But yeah, doing pretty good. Just got to get my senior project done, and then we're rolling it. Gonna take December off and
Rolling in.
Yeah.
Rolling in what?
Sleeping.
Okay. the sheets. Nope. There's got to be a better way to say that.
No.
Anyways. Next.
Gonna take the rest of December off, and then once New Year rolls around, start working during the day, and hopefully taking up the savings account.
That'll do. All right, Clayton. You said you had a hot take to kick us off with.
I do. I saw this list. It's a Bleacher Report list, so I knew I had to bring it up on the podcast.
Whoa.
Interesting
Bleacher Report.
I figured we could start with the NFL. That's been pretty big the last couple of weeks. Brady's team's terrible, and my team was like watching men die in battle on Sunday. So
Yep. Sounds about right.
Before we start, we'll jump in there. First one, Broncos aren't getting the credit they deserve. That's kind of true. They started 1-4 and they've won 5 straight now.
Yeah, I just don't think anybody respects them yet. I mean, it doesn't feel real. It's not like they're dominating anybody.
No, and it doesn't matter because the Chiefs are in their division. They'll never win it.
Everyone's waiting for the annual Russell Wilson choke job. So
that's true. He does usually fall apart at the end of the season.
Russell Wilson has not choked since 2014. Even then, they choked. That one's not his fault though.
We were on the way home and we were like listening to football or whatever. My mom goes, "Who's the Broncos quarterback?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Russell Wilson." She goes, "Oh yeah, he's pretty good, isn't he?" And I'm like, "First half of the year usually." Not until he came to the Broncos. Daniel goes, "Yeah, but he has an MVP, right?" And I'm like, "He doesn't have a vote for MVP ever."
We got like a Super Bowl like his second season, and then made it back the next year. And then
the famous play.
And they didn't run the ball.
They didn't run the ball. Insert run the ball Kevin meme here.
That one would have been run the ball Pete, but yeah, same thing.
It's still
next one. Eagles are easily the most impressive team in the NFL this year. Current 6-game gauntlet. Cowboys, Kansas City, Bills, Niners, Cowboys, and Seahawks is basically equal to 2 playoff runs, 3-0 so far.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, who else would it be though?
It's kind of hard to argue with 9-1. You know what I mean?
10-1, right?
Are they 10-1 now?
Yeah,
I think so.
Whatever. Like the closest team.
Still lost to the Jets though, which is my.
There's no 2-loss team, so the
ago.
next closest team to them is 8-3.
Yeah, because the Niners are 8-3. Yeah, that makes sense.
There's a lot of teams that are 8-3, right?
Yeah.
The Niners are 8-3. The Chiefs are 8-3.
Cowboys are 8-3.
Yeah, but 4. Just in terms of the NFC, it's really only the Niners that are up there with them.
That makes sense.
Josh Allen is as bad or good as he had been. He is just Cam Newton with a better deep ball. He relies on skill players.
Who? I'm sorry, I didn't hear who it was.
Josh Allen.
Ooh.
Turnover machine, Josh Allen.
He's led the league in interceptions for every year since 2018.
I was gonna say he has more turnovers than Mac does. That's impressive.
Yeah, I kind of see it.
This one's just kind of funny. Some dude tweeted, "I have a confession to make. This offseason, I said Mac Jones was better than Kirk Cousins."
Ooh.
Thank
you might want to go
that guy
bury
was not
yourself,
me.
dude.
That guy was not me. Thank the Lord, because
Smash your phone, like move off grid. You're screwed, man.
I wouldn't have agreed with that even at the start of the year when I thought Mac was going to be good.
At least he's willing to admit his mistakes. Does he get a gold star for putting that on social media? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like Brady saying, "I didn't know the butt fumble was on Thanksgiving."
Yeah, I don't know
no
how,
reason
I don't know
to say
how I
that.
missed
It meant
that.
nothing.
I don't know
You
how I
just
missed
threw it
that.
in just to get yourself crapped on.
I meant for a good conversation.
Brady, you literally
I
set
literally
yourself up
laughed
to
out
be
loud.
dunked
Oh,
on.
I'm sure he did.
Because he was sitting right next to me when I said, "You did this to yourself," and then waited a few seconds and said the gold star. He's sitting next to me and just dies. I'm like, thanks.
No, well, but like what's worse is I remember watching that game. Like I literally watched that game, but like for some reason like I thought it was a Sunday night football game. So I like the thought that it could have been Thanksgiving never even occurred to me. Like I knew it was about this time of year, but I thought it was a Sunday night game.
Clown.
Listen,
I'm listening.
I was like 12. I didn't know.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, Richard. Gardner
In the
Minshew
meme
for
Hall of
comeback
Fame,
player
you
of the
should know
year.
every detail about it.
I know Vince Wilfork absolutely forklifted the lineman into Mark Sanchez. I know that. And forklift is the term that Chris Collins would use too.
Forklifted.
Yes. Vince Wilfork's a big dude. I don't know if you know who that is.
You
but
know
he's-
that useless fact, but you didn't know it was on
I actually
Thanksgiving.
said that exact name today.
Really?
You want to know the context?
I would love to.
I was hoping you just say no. You just keep going. It's like, no, I'm good. All right. No, on the New Heights podcast today, they were building a hockey team, and they were like, we'll just assume that everyone can skate. And they were like, well, goaltenders are usually like skinny guys who can move fast, but they wear big pads, so they look like they're big. So we'll do what every junior hockey team does and just throw the biggest guy we can. And I said, put Vince Wilfork in goal. Because that was the first massive dude that I could think of. I was like, Vince Wilfork plus pads. He basically takes up the whole net.
He is a wall.
And he could probably lay down sideways and take up just as much of the net, and then he can't get fivefold. So, just a thought. They picked some lineman who had died. I don't remember the name. Not that important. I mean, rest in peace, but not that important. So, anyways, yeah,
What do you mean rest in peace?
the guy was dead.
Oh, the
lineman.
lineman they picked was dead.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you didn't say that. So when you said rest in peace,
No, I definitely did.
You did.
well, my ears don't work. Anyway,
You have a quarter of a brain cell, Brady.
no, listen to that. Give me an 8.
No.
All right.
Gardner Minshew for comeback player of the year.
No.
No.
Hey, man, I'm
I
just
don't know
reading.
who it's going to be, but who can.
Browns are by far the most overrated defense in the NFL.
The Browns
No.
are the most overrated defense?
That's what this guy says.
Oh, I don't know about that, Chief.
Outside of the Colts, our offense hasn't won us one game.
No. Not at all.
I'm gonna say the Eagles defense is the most overrated defense. Their secondary is garbage. Like their front seven's pretty solid. Their front four especially, but their secondary is
A secondary led by Slayton.
Darius Slay.
Slay, not Slayton. Slay.
Hey man, if Mac Jones throws for 300 yards on your head, garbage.
Who won?
Listen,
Point.
but I mean,
Anyway, moving on.
Zach
Keeping us
Zach
on
Wilson
track.
beat the
Keeping us
Eagles
on track.
secondary, too.
We are on track. We're talking about who the most overrated defense is.
No,
Well,
that-
he's fighting for it
Patriots,
to
because
not be
everyone
your
thought
team.
they would be bad and they're worse.
Who?
The Patriots, because everyone thought they would be bad and they're worse.
I don't know
Nobody
if
ever
that's
thought our
the defense's
defense
fault,
would be
though.
bad. I mean, our defense has been better than I expected after losing our two best players.
Kind of funny that Mac Jones wasn't allowed to throw a pass in media practice today, though.
I don't even know. I don't even know because odds are pretty good. Bill will still start him. It's not gonna matter.
It's gonna be so funny if he doesn't, though.
The amount of mind. Oh, I mean, he really doesn't deserve to. But odds are pretty good. Bill will still start him just because.
Yeah.
Oh, also
Well, he'll
fun
get so
times.
disgusted at everything else he has and be like, never mind, just get back out there.
Bill Belichick to the Panthers is now a rumor that Cam Newton has started. So that's
All
cool.
right. Does he think he's coming out of retirement too?
No. He said something about how the owner, the owner had talked about it, the Panthers owner, and Tepper said that he would give Bill full GM control if he came to Carolina.
Because that's working real well right now.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? The Panthers already have offensive superstar Adam Thielen. They don't need anybody else.
You can go to the next one.
Yeah.
Yep. Justin Herbert needs to get out of LA.
Yes,
Yes.
Why?
because he's literally the second coming of Philip Rivers with less children.
Yes.
So is it gonna be better somewhere else?
No.
I mean,
what's gonna change?
I
If
mean,
he had
Phillip-
his healthy receiver room, maybe they'd be better.
I mean, I'd argue Philip Rivers looked better with the Colts than he did the Chargers.
That is a hot take.
That's a really hot take.
At least towards the end of his Chargers career.
Well, no, really.
That's because that was basically the same time. He played what, one season with the Colts?
Yeah, he played 1 year with the Colts.
He made the playoffs.
That is an L take, Brady.
He made the playoffs.
Jonathan Taylor made the playoffs.
Facts.
All right, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. I didn't think that was his rookie year. I thought he was the year after that.
No, I think Jonathan Taylor's on that team.
Well, if he was, then yeah, I'll take by me. That was all Jonathan Taylor, but I thought that was the year.
Because what, the Colts went like Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz. Was that straight to
Matt Ryan, I think.
Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I think Rivers
and
Wentz.
Then they drafted Richardson, and then Richardson got hurt, and now they're on Gardner Minshew.
Well, and they had Brissett the year before Rivers.
Oh, stupid. Josh Dobbs. If we're putting a quarterback for comeback player of the year, I'm taking Josh Dobbs over Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers sets a foot in game action, he's winning it.
Well, okay, that's
and
That's true. They reactivated him from IR today.
Well, he's
days.
they opened his back, so yeah, but
yeah. If you're right, if he steps foot on the field, they'll be like, "That's the guy."
Well, it's either him or DeMar Hamlin.
It should not go to DeMar Hamlin.
DeMar Hamlin's played like 7 snaps. I know the guy died for 7 minutes on the field, but he's played like 7 snaps this year.
I mean,
not great ones at that. No offense.
I'm almost willing to bet Aaron Rodgers will play more snaps this year than DeMar Hamlin.
Well, he's got 3, right? 2.
He's got 4. He got hurt on the 4th.
Okay. He's already close.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And
Hamlin
then last
played till
one.
what, week 9?
Something like that. And
He was
he's still
only
on his own for a
scratches
couple
like the
snaps.
first 8. And then he was the 12th man on the field when the Bills choked it to Denver.
Yep.
Last one. Justin Tucker's a legend, but Jake Elliott is currently the best kicker in the league.
True.
Ooh,
I'll buy that.
Honestly, yeah.
That's fair. He did just
Watching him kick a 59-yarder in the rain. I'll buy that. He's earned it.
That's true. Justin Tucker missed a 50-yarder. Everybody was like, "Wait."
No, it was inside 50.
No, it was a 50-yarder, Brady.
Well, the TV guys literally said that was the first time in a long time he missed one from inside the 50. So have fun with that.
Inside the 50-yard line?
Fight for it. Fight over it.
Like
Fight for it.
inside 50 yards.
But inside the 50 or inside 50?
Inside of 50 yards.
Okay, because you said inside the 50. Inside the 50 would be a 60-yarder and in. Actually, it'd be like a 66-yarder or 64-yarder.
It was the first field goal, and God knows how long that he missed from inside 50 yards.
It's first field goal, and God knows how long he's missed.
Something like that.
Not important. One or the other. Yeah, I mean, Jake Elliott's clutch right now. So, sure.
Thought that'd be fun. I saw that, like I said, I saw it was Bleacher Report, and I was like, oh, some of these are terrible. That fits the brand perfectly.
It was good. I'll throw one on top of that. Deron Bland for Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Absolutely.
I know Myles Garrett's been insane. We know Micah Parsons is insane. We know TJ Watt's insane. We know Nick Bosa is insane. But bro's got 5 touchdowns. I mean,
it's hard to argue with that. It really, unless here's my thing, unless somebody breaks the sack record, like you got to give it to him, right?
Yeah.
Well,
like unless
I'm kind of sad. I was expecting a Myles Garrett argument, but you guys both were like, no, that makes sense.
it's hard to argue with 5 touchdowns, and Myles Garrett's literally carrying the squad.
Yeah,
but like it's hard to argue with 5 touchdowns. It really is. I still think Myles Garrett could get it, but
absolutely. But like a defense might not score 5 touchdowns on the year, let alone one guy.
Well,
who was supposed to be what, cornerback 3?
Yeah.
It would have been Diggs and Gilmore as their top 2.
Yeah.
Well, and Gilmore's the last the last defensive back to win depoy.
Really?
Yeah, he won it a couple years ago for the Patriots.
That makes sense.
Which is why I think Bland will win.
Yeah, I can see it. But I need to make the argument since Leo's not here. And talk about the fact that he has more receptions than Quentin Johnston for the Chargers and has more yards than Juju Smith-Schuster and more touchdowns than both of them. Well, he has more
touchdowns than the Patriots wide receiver room.
Doesn't take much.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Most of Mac Jones' touchdowns this year have either been to Henry or Gesicki.
Okay, tight ends. All right, that makes sense. That's fair.
Because I think Henry has 4 and Gesicki has 2. So that would leave 4 for non-tight ends.
Yeah, I did have to watch.
Oh no, because Farrell Brown's got one, so I think it's 3 for the wide receivers. I hate Farrell Brown so much.
Hey,
you're welcome.
I just hate watching the New England
because I know
they've earned it.
Oh, that's a good feeling to hear you say that every time.
I've never hated a year of football more than this year.
Oh, boo freaking who? Boo who?
They're gonna be back next year.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't even no play it.
No. I'm not done. You shut your mouth. I'm not done.
I was talking first. I was combining the Patriots and fantasy football.
I'm on a soapbox, so we can be done.
It's terrible. My team's won 2 games. Isaac and I watched our team go 1-31. You don't know.
Well,
you don't know. You
take a
don't
step up the soapbox.
know.
Let me finish my statement first.
You don't know.
Well, your fantasy
I
football
was going
team is
to say it's been a bad
so I guess
year
we
of
can talk
football
about that.
because not only have the Patriots been bad, I have general managed my fantasy football team into the ground.
Yes, you have.
And that's even more painful than watching the Patriots right now.
No, the only reason
Lies, because nothing's more painful than the Patriots.
The only thing that's painful for your fantasy football team, it has nothing to do with you being bad. It's that you're bad and Isaac's good.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you can't stand it. If you're just bad in general, it's like, drafted a bad team, had a rough year. But the fact that Isaac went from worst to first and you went from first to worst,
I went from probably could have finished second last year to the 10 seed right now. Well, but at least last year's champion's currently the 8 seed, so I don't feel as bad.
True. You guys both talked a lot of crap all the way up through the draft, both to be
that's facts
right now.
Hey Matt, 8-4 club, air high five.
Whoop.
Isaac, 8-4 club, air high five.
I'm not
Brady,
actually.
Bottom 16 high five.
Sorry, not you. Buddhist man. Okay.
But yeah, Brady, I had to get that out of my system. Remember, it could always be worse.
Oh, I know it could always be worse. I mean,
your fans don't have bags over their heads yet.
I'd rather have bags over. I would rather
1-31.
I would rather continue to watch Patriots be bad and win fantasy football because then at least I make money.
Well, you could do what all the Crew fans are doing right now. You just wave your rings around.
No, because I'm not a Yankees fan. I don't do that.
Yeah, but we're Crew fans. That's all the Crew fans do. We're like, that's cool. Have you won a cup? Have you ever won a cup? Or if you've ever won. If you ever won a cup. If you ever won a cup. If you ever won a cup, clap your hands. And then they go, oh, we weren't even a team. We go, okay, fine. We'll start in 2019. Have you won a cup? We have. And we're going to win another one, baby.
Woo! I was going to say.
As long as you don't get screwed out by VAR, because apparently they love Cincinnati.
That was trash, dude.
Well, yeah, they have the MVP. Have to.
Yeah, exactly. And it just so happened to come out a few days later that Lucho Acosta is the MVP of the league. Like, oh, crazy. Couldn't kick the MVP out. So
why did they announce it before the playoffs are over?
I don't know, they slowly just release them.
No other league does that.
They released Defender of the Year maybe before the first round, maybe after the first round, or during the first round because it was a 3-game series. Which is still stupid that only one round was 3-game series. If you're going to do that, at least make it all worth it. Anyways, whatever. We're still in it, so it doesn't matter. And then Best 11 came out before, like a week before this past round, the conference semis. And then the MVP came out before the conference finals. And Goalkeeper of the Year, I don't even remember when that came out.
Yeah, I don't know who it was.
Like, every
I
other league,
I think it was Roman Berkey.
Every league does at the end of the year, and I mean, having come out that Cincinnati player won MVP the days after that happened, like that just looks bad.
They blatantly obvious no call. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, Cincinnati and Philadelphia were playing in the other conference semifinals, Eastern Conference semis, and both teams looked awful the entire game. And then with 5 minutes left or something like that, Cincinnati scored a goal off a free kick where the first guy who received the ball from the free kick and then passed it back across the middle was blatantly offside. But the VAR refused to take it back. So they ended up winning. Now we got to travel to Cincinnati. I don't know if they've even lost at their stadium this entire year, but, Orlando hadn't either when we beat them the first time. So
I have an idea.
Go for it.
So after we book Hot Take Sports Fight Series 1, Dean versus Bane, I have an idea for HTS Fight Series 2. Morris versus Acosta.
How are you gonna get them to come headline that?
I think it
We'll
would be
figure it
way
out.
funnier if we do Cucho versus Acosta.
Okay, yeah, you're right. We have to have Aiden Morris on there though. That needs to happen.
The Bulldog.
We're gonna let Tony corner him.
And then we'll put like 5'6" Yayaboa against 6'6" Matt Miazga, and we'll just let him go at it.
I like that.
Y'all's winning that every day of the week.
Brady is dropping his rent on Yayaboa.
Absolutely.
I ain't making up your rent.
Nah, y'all just kick out his kneecaps when he just run around it. It'll be fine.
Matt Miazga.
I just felt like I needed to say that.
Yeah.
Matt Miazga is definitely a candidate for the Meme Hall of Fame. Let me throw that on my list real quick, though, for his USA versus Mexico meme. Wildly enough, he has barely played for USA since then because he's not that good, and somehow he wins Defender of the Year in the MLS.
So I was about to ask you if that was good or bad.
That he doesn't play for the United States?
Yeah.
Well, that means he's not good enough.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So bad for him.
Yeah.
Good for us because we have much better defenders.
I'll buy it.
Before we move on from the NFL, I would like to touch on the Browns game.
Okay, go ahead.
So Browns have the most injured team in the league. That's not up for debate. They have the most injured team in the league, officially. Myles Garrett, he's still going to play, but he hurt his shoulder pop. Amari Cooper got absolutely destroyed on a slant. And DTR doesn't know what country he's in. So
DTR, Chris Olave, baby.
I saw DTR get hit, and I was like, that looked like it hurt. And then when I saw him bleeding out of his mouth as he was going to the sideline, I was like, he's not coming back, and he's not playing next week either. Cool. So I bet that we see 38-year-old ex-Ravens Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco start this week.
How painful was that?
Joe Flacco.
What was that, Brady?
How painful was that last part for you to say?
Oh, it hurts. It hurts, man. I grew up hating Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco and Ben Roethlisberger. The Bengals had a new quarterback every couple years for the most part. Like Andy Dalton was around for like 5. They had Carson Palmer before that. So they flipped at least once. But those two were consistent when I was growing up. And that was when the Browns were really bad and like flipping GMs and quarterbacks every year. So
Clayton,
what?
What are you doing if Joe Flacco takes you guys to the Super Bowl?
Celebrating. I'm not going to be on that week's episode. I will be in Cleveland.
That goes for me too.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't care.
I asked him what he would do if Joe Flacco let them do Super Bowl. Then Joe Flacco would have led both Browns teams to Super Bowl.
Wake up.
I don't care who wins it for us. I just want to win one before I die.
Wake up. Keep dreaming.
You wouldn't understand the struggle, Brady.
I know.
I understand the struggle. I'm a Minnesota Timberwolves fan.
Yeah, you chose that life.
As if you would choose to be a Browns fan?
I mean,
nah, I was born into that crap. There was no like in any other team.
You could have chose differently. You can leave.
What? Nah, I wasn't going to be a loser like that.
You left Ohio State.
I didn't leave. Oh, hang on, train. Can you guys hear that train? Is that coming through my mic?
No, we can't hear it.
Oh, perfect. I didn't leave Ohio State. I still cheer for Ohio State. I'm just not as big of a fan anymore. I would cheer for Bowling Green versus Ohio State, like if they played each other. And they will in a couple weeks.
In L Hockey?
Yep. They're in
L Hockey. Oh, speaking of L Hockey, Clayton, your L Hockey team did a thing.
What?
They did do a thing.
They did do a thing.
Your hockey team did a thing.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, we signed Patrick Kane this week to a 1-year, I think it's like $2.25 million contract. Genius pickup. The Red Wings are for sure making the playoffs now.
That's all it took was the signing of an old man, Patrick Kane.
Yeah. Okay. Veteran presence who can still produce at least a little bit. Absolutely.
I thought he was still on the Blackhawks. All right.
Screw
Nah,
the
they cut him after he had hip surgery.
Okay.
that's fair.
I guess I have to talk about it. Mac got benched again.
Yay!
Woo!
They did it at halftime this time. Bailey Zappi started 7 for 8, and we actually scored because Ramondre put it in the end zone, and then we didn't score the entire rest of the game because Chad missed 2 field goals, and Zappi became instant garbage immediately after his first drive.
Bill told him to miss it.
No.
Watching the end of that game was painful, buddy. It really was.
I'm so glad I didn't watch it. I'm so glad I was at a family function, just couldn't watch it. I might have just ripped all of my hair out. But at least we have a 2-game cushion now on the top 3 pick.
So that way you guys can trade back 14 times and have 36th round picks or something like that.
No, 57th round picks.
Oh, my bad.
Actually,
Who do I think I am?
Actually, we're going to get 64.
Yeah, Matt.
We're going to take over the 7th round of this draft and the next one.
Nice.
Yep. Every single 7th round pick.
Let me know how that goes for you.
It'll be horrible, but thus the rebuild.
That's not the strategy I would use.
No, but it's the strategy Bill's going to use.
But yeah, if you have an old and senile Bill Belichick, be my guest.
He says he's not going anywhere, but we'll see if the Panthers rumors hold any water.
See if Kraft has enough.
I don't even know. Something's got to give.
Your team, right now, up.
Oh, you think they're doing that now? They've been doing it.
Exactly.
Except they just did it to Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, well, that was by design, and you know what?
Hey, Tommy DeVito.
Tommy Cutlets is a man. He's better than Daniel Jones. Heard it here first.
I'm better than Daniel Jones.
Is Mac Jones better than Daniel Jones?
No.
All right, I'll buy it.
I think Daniel Jones.
I saw
to be honest.
my
Well, that's
roommate
the thing.
Colin.
Other than the neck injury.
My roommate Colin explained to me how Mac Jones became a first-round pick, and it makes complete sense.
He went to Alabama.
Yeah, and you know who his wide receivers were? You know.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah. Did he have Henry
Also,
Ruggs?
don't forget Henry
Or was that
Ruggs.
before his down?
I thought Ruggs left the year before he started.
I
He
don't know.
might have.
No.
I have no clue. Because Ruggs might have been with Hurts. Did I get that
It
right?
would have been with Tua transferred out.
I think
And went to Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
His Alabama pass catchers include household names like Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs,
Jerry Jeudy.
Najee
Does
Harris,
Henry Ruggs
Josh
count as a
Josh
household
Jacobs,
name?
and Brian Robinson.
Maybe a prison cell.
He got to the jailhouse name.
Oh, I bet he tears it up inside those prison football games.
Or pick up basketball games, yeah, I bet.
For sure.
No, I mean, a lot of people have been posting 2021 stuff about Mac. I mean, game-winning drives, the fact that we started 8-4. It's like, guys, please stop. It's not helping.
I guess you guys are good ones.
Everybody's like, Mac has to be the most yipped up athlete on the planet right now. I was like, I don't even know if it's yips anymore. Like, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Everything sucks. Fire everyone.
Hear me out.
Fire everyone. Cut everyone. But
he's just actually bad.
I mean, all of our quarterbacks are bad, so I'd buy it.
There are no yips. He's just not an NFL quarterback. He can go thrive in the XFL though.
I mean, I don't know what happened to first year Mac. He looked so good the first year, and ever since he's been garbage.
That'll teach you for getting your hopes up about a team.
Yep.
Got him.
Got him. So we'll take a short break because our Zoom is about to run out. And then we'll come back and talk more sports and stuff. So as you know, we are Hot Take Sports. So we enjoy sports in general. Brady, what was your favorite sporting event you've ever been to?
I would have to say probably the playoff game between the Guardians and the Yankees at the end of last season and the playoffs.
Oh, good one. Isaac?
Browns Bills.
It's Bills. Leo?
God, my favorite one was this Crew home opener this year, being front row, witnessing the magic of Lucas Zelleran.
Great time with the boys. Clayton?
One of my personal favorites from the last year was my dad and I went to Milwaukee to watch the Dodgers play the Brewers. Got a new stadium off the list. Sat first row right field. Sweet.
Nice. Home run ball?
Over me. I watched Freddie Freeman hit one directly over my head.
So
and
close.
Mookie Betts played catch right next to me, so that was kind of cool.
That's sweet.
Got on
That's
ESPN.
Right, you're on ESPN.
That is true.
We, as a group, went to a Timberwolves Cavaliers game in Cleveland earlier this year, so that was super fun. And you know what every single one of those events has in common?
What would that be, Matt?
We used code HTS at SeatGeek to get $20 off our purchase.
Exactly. There's nothing better than saving money and supporting your favorite content creators, being Hot Take Sports. Make sure to use code HTS next time you check out at SeatGeek. Tickets not only for sporting events, but concerts, comedy shows, really anything that requires tickets. Summer is coming. All of your favorite events are coming up this summer, so make sure to use code HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off of your first purchase.
Welcome back to Hot Take Sports after that wonderful ad
my
read
God.
from our friends over at SeatGeek. But gentlemen, I bought a new hoodie.
Ooh.
Hey.
This was my Black Friday treat to myself. I saw it. It was like $78 and I got it for like 41. So,
W.
but speaking of the NBA, Matt, your team is the best, so I feel like you should start.
My team is actually good. What a time to be alive. So I was actually looking today. Of the top 5 teams in the West, only one of them made the quarterfinals for the in-season tournament. So I don't know how that happens, but it do be like that.
And LeBron's going to win the first one ever.
He might. I could see it. Wait, no, they didn't. Did they make? No, they didn't make it.
They're the 1 seed.
Yeah, Florida.
The Lakers are the 1 seed.
Because
Really?
Yes.
they won our group because we went 3-1.
What was I looking at?
I don't know.
There was some picture of LeBron and KD, and it said "win and you're in." I was like, okay,
Well, remember the Suns are the wild card.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't play each other if they're in different groups.
No, I think they're in the same group.
Are they?
I'm pretty
But the
sure.
Suns would have had to win to get in.
I don't know. I'm pretty
Hold
sure
on.
our group
The
was
3-1
pretty
win your group.
No.
I'll look.
Lakers 4-0. I'm pretty sure our group was Phoenix, LA, us, Memphis, and Portland. I think.
I don't know. Not that important. My team didn't make it.
I mean, I think
Did the
Lakers
Cavs make it?
we else do.
No.
I have no idea.
No.
Did not pay attention at all.
Brady literally walked into my
Oh.
room last night while I was watching the game and goes, "Oh, this is in-season tournament, isn't it?" And I said, "Yeah." Couldn't you tell by the court that literally is only there for the in-season tournament? He goes, "No, I just noticed the graphic down in the corner," and was dead serious. I was like,
I didn't look. I wasn't looking at the
3/4 of a brain cell.
Court is
at
blue.
most.
I was just watching the ball.
He-
And then we were talking.
"What's the ball bouncing on?"
I was,
Court!
they were passing the ball.
It's still there!
I
It
was-
covers the whole screen.
I was watching Josh Giddey.
We'll be right back.
It was on the bench!
No, because you and I were talking about how Nas Reed was shooting in his face.
Yeah, you're right.
I
But
know.
he
I'm
was still
right.
on the bench for
Here's
mostly.
the
Well, he should be
are
off the
in.
bench. He should be off the bench.
Yes, tell me who's in the in-season tournament quarterfinals.
Starting in the West,
Please.
Lakers are the 1 seed.
Yep.
Suns are 4 seed.
Yes.
Kings are 2 seed. Pelicans 3 seed.
Yeah, it should have been us. Stupid Warriors blew a 24-point lead last night. And the Kings went undefeated in our group.
Wow.
Yeah, it was painful.
I saw something that said that the Warriors won by 27 that they were in. And not the,
Yeah, because all 3 teams would have been 3-1. And we would have had the head-to-head over the Warriors. The Warriors would have had the head-to-head over the Kings. And the Kings would have had the head-to-head over us. So it would have gone by point differential.
Oh well, I actually nailed our group.
It's only 5 teams.
Yeah,
Oh, they actually have it on the score?
Yeah.
That's honestly surprising to me.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Phoenix was in our
The,
group.
the East is
So maybe it
Giannis
was
and the Bucks.
tournament. Maybe it was post-game. And there's the tournament picture that was like winning.
Could be.
I don't know. Not important.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Go ahead.
Bucks
Yep.
are the 1 seed. Knicks are 4 seed. Pacers 2 seed. Celtics 3 seed.
Pacers, baby.
Bro, I want to watch a Pacers Sixers game so bad, like in person. I would love to watch Tyrese Halliburton versus Tyrese Maxey.
The Reese's.
Battle of the Tyrese.
The Battle of the Reese's. Wait,
No, that fits.
but Tyrese is averaging like 27 and 12 on 50, 40, 90. And the Pacers play with such a high pace, which tracks. They're just so much fun. And Tyrese Maxey's so fast. He's so much fun to watch play.
Who do you guys have winning the tournament?
Oh, the Lakers. LeBron will do it.
Yeah. He'll win the
For no reason.
$250K for all the youngins.
Is it 500K? Might be 500K.
Is it 500? I thought it was 250.
I don't remember.
It's something.
Whatever. All the undrafted nerds get a bunch of money. That's all I know.
And LeBron will get to say that he won a trophy that Jordan never could.
Yep.
That has nothing to do with it never existing, but
Hey, he still won it. Jordan didn't.
he did. Oh, I have a funny NFL story.
Okay. Hit us.
That has nothing to do with this, but so did you guys see that Rob McElhenney was the one bidding on the Eagles coat?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so there's a Princess Diana replica Eagles coat.
Right. I know what it is.
Yeah. So he was bidding back and forth with somebody, but the other person was anonymous.
Huh.
And it turned out to be his wife.
Awesome.
So his
Good.
his own wife
Good.
bid him all the way up to like 100K.
Good.
I was like,
That'll teach him.
that's fantastic.
Did he win the Kylie Kelsey goat?
Yeah. Well, he was going to their house one way or the other. His house was the only one
Oh,
bidding.
it was the same goat. You said Princess Diana.
Princess Diana was the original coat, and then this was an Eagles remake of it,
Oh, okay.
signed
Got it now.
by Kylie.
I was really confused. I was like, I thought it was the guy. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm caught up now.
Now you're there. So yeah, and she was like, yeah, we were just bidding out of the same bank account. Like it didn't matter, but
Could not have mattered less.
good for them. But I just thought that was really funny that she literally texted me, was like, "I'm the one bidding you up, bozo." Oh, nice. But obviously, he owns a soccer team, so he's got enough money to throw around. He's fine.
It was
Right.
two great minds think alike, I guess.
Charity.
No,
that-
yeah. That
One thing
more
that I would like to do. We're about a quarter-ish of the way through the NBA season, thereabouts, a little less. Little under a quarter.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd run through the standings real quick on both sides.
Go for it.
So we'll start with the East. From top to bottom, we got Celtics, Bucks, Magic, Sixers, Knicks, Pacers, Heat, Cavs, Nets, Hawks, Raptors, Hornets, Bulls, Wizards, Pistons.
So out of all of those, the two biggest surprises are very obvious, in my opinion.
Yes.
It
Who
is
do you think they are?
It's the Cavs being as low as they are,
Correct.
but that's just based on health for the most part. It's not really just that they're losing games; it's that they
But
can't get their
they
lineup
looked
together.
Really good last night.
Did they? Were they fully healthy finally?
I think so.
Yeah. And
Donovan Mitchell 40 piece.
That's right. Donovan Mitchell did have a 40-piece against the Hawks.
Young ruined my parlay.
Trae Young blocked Max Strus off the glass, but he got his own rebound and put it back in, so it didn't matter.
What a guy.
And then the Magic being as high as they are.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Cool.
Pretty spot on.
I would argue that that's definitely the bigger surprise
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
for sure. I know it's early. I get that it's early, but Magic are playing good ball, man. They really are.
Yeah. I just hope they don't get hit with like an injury bug or something like that.
Right.
And just drop all the way down. Like the Pacers did last year. They were like the 2 or 3 seed at this point in the season last year. And then Tyrese Halliburton got hurt and they just tanked.
Buddy Hield can only carry the team so far.
Yeah. Especially when he shoots 2 of 12 from 3.
That'll do it.
Not that that's ever ruined a parlay for me before. Smile. I don't bet.
Well,
on
here's
it.
something that'll cheer you up then. We'll move to the West.
Cheer me up.
Top to the bottom. Spurs, number 1. No, I'm just kidding. Timberwolves,
Wait a
number
minute.
1 seed. Nuggets, Mavs, Suns, Thunder, Kings, Lakers, Rockets, Pelicans, Warriors, Clippers, Jazz, Blazers, Grizzlies, Spurs.
So the biggest surprise is there. The Thunder being the highest seed, the number 1 team in the league.
Number 5.
Absolutely wild. What?
You said number 1 team in the league. I think you mean the Timberwolves. You said Thunder, who are now the 5 seed.
Did I say the Thunder?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
That's disgusting because we just bullied that. No, that's not true. We barely beat them. Anyways,
Did you guys win last night?
we did.
I fell asleep and didn't care to look at the group chat this morning.
Yes, we did win. I was very happy. Rudy Gobert throttled Chet Holmgren. Basically the whole
Crazy.
game.
Not so hot of a take here, guys. If the season ended now, Rudy Gobert wins DPOY.
I think Rudy Gobert wins deep boy
absolutely.
even at the end of the actual season.
He might. The way he's playing right now, he's insane.
Wow, what a homer break. No, I'm just kidding.
But
Yeah. Well, and the best part is we don't even have our best perimeter defender right now because Jaden's out. He's hurt again. But it'll be interesting to see what coach does with the rotation when he comes back because Troy Brown Jr. was the only reason we won last night. He had like 17 points in 20 minutes or something like that. Hit the 3 to kind of seal it. So, see what happens.
Another thing that's a little surprising is the Warriors being as low as they are. They're below 500.
And the Clippers.
Well, James Harden was never going to save that team.
The team was good before he got there.
Yeah, exactly. But he's a loser.
He's made it worse.
Harden's not the
Exactly. You see this? We have the same amount of rings. Championship rings. He's a loser. Quote me. Fight me on Twitter. C Scalina12 to all of you listening.
Speaking of
Can't
Twitter.
argue. Also, the Grizzlies being as bad as they are.
Their best player is also gone.
That's true, but last year when they didn't have Ja, they were 500 without him. And the year before that, they only lost 2 games when he was out for 20-some with an injury or something like that.
Right.
They were better without him 2 years ago. They were 500 with him last year. But now this year, they don't have Ja. They don't have backup point guard Tyus Jones. They don't have Dylan Brooks. They don't have Kyle Anderson. And all of a sudden, they are.
I was going to say, but they're missing defensive superstar Dylan Brooks.
They also lost Steven Adams for the season. That hurts too.
Triple-double machine Kyle Anderson.
Triple-double machine. He's got like 3 on his career.
He had one for your team last year, all right? Let it happen.
Yeah, that's one of the 3.
That's still more recent than the Utah Jazz have had one.
That's because your only one in history is like Donovan Mitchell or something like that.
Darren Williams, 2008.
I lied. Darren Williams.
Wow. Yeah, because I think Donovan Mitchell had his first one for the Cavs last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right. That sounds fairly right. But you know who else sucked last night? Josh freaking Giddey. And I wonder why.
He can't see his woman, man.
It's as if he has something going on outside of basketball.
You know, rumor has it that anytime you bet on Josh Giddey, you bet the under.
Yeah, usually under 17 and a half.
Yeah, I'll buy it. I'll put my rent on the under 17 and a half.
For those of you who don't know, Josh Giddey may or may not, allegedly, potentially,
be Wander Franco.
Yes. Be Wander Franco. He may or may not. Australian? Close.
Australian Wander Franco.
There you go. Have a relationship with a 15-year-old. Allegedly, potentially, possibly, definitely.
15, 16,
I saw a
meme.
meme this week, and it was it wasn't Josh Giddey, but it was like a little name tape that said Josh Giddey.
It was Carl.
And him and his lawyer are watching the guy commit a crime. He pauses it, looks at him, and goes, "They caught you in 4K." Are you kidding me? And honestly, guys, as much as I want to make fun of Josh Giddey right now, my team paid a massage guy $230 million fully guaranteed.
Hey, those are all alleged too. It's okay.
Yeah, there's not. Well, he wasn't caught in 4K, so I can't really comment too much. Not a great spot.
With his pants down though.
No, his pants weren't down. His pants were off. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I was thinking about that when like that news first broke. I was like, oh, I should flame Carson. Then I was like, wait a minute. Wait.
No, it'll come right back at you.
Well, out of all the athletes that have gotten in trouble this year, Deshaun Watson does in fact not have the longest contract, and he might not even have the most expensive contract. Wander Franco's contract is 13 years. I don't remember what the exact number is, but it might be like 250.
Yeah, but that probably wasn't fully guaranteed.
It also spreads out a lot more.
I mean, yeah, but the 13 years is too bad.
Figure your
not-
shit out,
not hurting.
athletes. Like, holy crap. Goodness gracious. Needs to be said. Leave it in, Brady.
I
Needed to
didn't
be
hear
said.
I didn't even hear what he said.
Me neither. I was looking at
Okay.
this.
You'll figure it out when you go
You'll hear
edit.
it later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thunder. I
barely
know. He said she was 12.
The only other thing I have
was it a Family Guy? And I like that you're at least 18. Well, actually, I like to you're at least 18.
No, it was talking by the word. How old are you? 16. 18. Jack slowly.
16, 18. Sounds the same. Oh, man. It's a great time. It's a great time to be an NBA fan. Rest in peace to our boy Carson.
It's so easy though. Like he and I'll just be walking between classes and I'll just drop a joke. He just kind of looks at me. I go, "Hey man, just let
Should I text him right now with no like background? Haha, Josh Giddey.
Just
If you want to make him sad.
You need to combine something with something about Josh Giddey and staring accidents on the stairs.
All right, hold on. That's a YouTube ad. Give me a second.
Oh, this is a different one.
No, it's fine, Matt. I don't need to see it.
You won't be able to see it from there anyway.
He'll text it to you.
I've convinced my mom to become a Timberwolves fan, so I feel like I can get away with
Does
it.
anybody else have
I think
anything else
Mom's just
sports?
giving up.
Yeah,
We're all
the
Timberwolves party.
Thunder are full of dirty players because they injured Anthony Edwards, and I'm sad.
And Josh Giddey.
Well, Anthony Edwards is a dirty player in and of himself, so
Yeah, sure. Anyways, but the
Yeah,
good
yeah,
news
come.
is our next stretch of games is like the Jazz, the Spurs, the Grizzlies, the Pistons, maybe. I don't know. We've got like a stretch of like pretty bad
Hey,
teams
man.
that we should beat. So
It's all fun and games till Simone Fontecchio owns your franchise.
if Simone Fontecchio owns my franchise, as in like 30 plus points, I will buy a jersey.
That's fair.
But what if Lamar Stevens dunks on Anthony Edwards?
Now that'll be pretty legit.
Clayton.
Would
Oh,
you
our
get a
next-
Lamar Stevens tattoo?
No, our next games are the Jazz, Hornets, Spurs, and Grizzlies.
Wow.
Yeah,
Clayton.
so we should
What,
continue to win.
The Jazz have beaten the Pelicans back-to-back games, and we didn't have Larry Markin for either of them.
I know, I saw that.
In
I saw
fact,
you
we
talking
started
about that.
Omer Yurtseven in both of them.
What'd you say?
We started Omer Yurtseven in both of them.
The
Who?
GOAT, Omer Yurtseven.
Omer Yurtseven.
That's not a real name, you liar.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
He was the
No.
GOAT for the Heat during COVID times.
True.
That was also when
GOAT for daily
TJ.
fantasy.
That was also when people thought like TJ Warren was the second coming of the Lord himself.
Hey,
so.
That's because he was in the bubble.
Bubble TJ was built different. No disrespect.
Bubble DJ was himmy.
Bubble Rondo was insane too. And then he broke his thumb or something like that.
Yeah.
Broke
The
his
all
wrist.
bubble team, baby.
You know who was the craziest bubble player was J.R. Smith.
I thought you were saying Jimmy Butler. That
I
would make
forgot
more
J.R.
sense.
Smith was in the
Well,
bubble.
Jimmy Butler would have actually made sense, but this is Hot Take Sports, and I say it was J.R.
Jimmy
Smith.
Butler was
That's fair.
crazy in the bubble, just off the court.
Well, that also does. Nice. Anyways,
That was
doesn't
Daniel
even
House,
include
Brady.
Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell going back and forth at each other.
True.
They were crazy in the bubble too.
One of my favorite quotes I remember seeing during bubble times was it was either Charles Barkley or Michael Jordan that said it, but they were like, "Yeah, man, this quarantine thing would not have flown in the '90s. There would have been fights in the hotels."
Yeah. I think my favorite thing from the bubble was either like Bol out fishing on the dock or maybe Taco Fall. One of those like super tall guys just standing out there just fishing off
It was
the dock.
Taco Fall
Was
because
it
they taught
Taco?
him how to swim there too.
Yes, right. They did teach him how to swim. And then the video of like either Jamal Murray took it of Donovan Mitchell or Donovan Mitchell took it of Jamal Murray. And it was like, this bro just put 40 on my head. And they were just like sitting at different tables eating lunch the next day or something like that. Because they're all in the bubble together. They were all together. So you saw everybody all the time. It was like, this dude just dropped 40 on me. Now I got to sit here and eat lunch with him.
That would have had to have been
Should.
the wildest experience as a player, right?
That's how you know it's just a business and it's all entertainment. Like they all like each other. There's fake
Yeah.
beef, but they all like each other.
You're just chilling. You know what I mean?
Draymond's
You're just
different breed.
chilling.
Draymond, Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole's trash.
Jordan Poole's a fraud.
It's so bad.
Has to be.
Brady, you guys should trade for Jordan Poole.
I could see it. But they already have Jordan Clarkson. So
I would rather play Johnny Juzang 48 minutes a night.
Well, what about Lamar Stevens?
He can come play, but not Jordan Poole.
I'd dig Lamar Stevens.
I miss Lamar Stevens so
should.
much.
Your team won when they had him.
We'll get Lamar Stevens, then you can have him for Donovan Mitchell.
Or not, that'd be kind of cool.
No, that's
one of our NCOs at the
we'll throw Colin Sexton. You can have Colin Sexton back.
There you go.
One of our NCOs for ROTC, literally every time he sees me now, is like, Donovan Mitchell's going to go to the Knicks this offseason.
No, we're keeping Martin.
You're going to be disappointed. And I was like, first and foremost, yes, I probably will be. Second, no.
First of all, you might be right. Second of all, shut up.
Never mind. Before we move on from the NBA, all you Pistons weirdos out there on Twitter claiming that you're going to trade for Larry Markkinen, please just stop. You're 2-15.
No, keep claiming it because I want to see Lauri Markkinen go to the Pistons and drop 40 a game because they suck.
I don't.
They're
and
bad.
They have nobody who can shoot.
Facts.
And they need a guy like Lauri Markkinen.
They don't have
They're
anybody,
better.
period.
We'll build around Larry Markkinen.
Trade
Pistons
all
are
of your
garbage.
future picks for Kristaps Porzingis and Lauri Markkinen this offseason.
That sounds horrible.
And Cade Cunningham.
They already have Cade Cunningham.
Well, just saw him in half and trade him.
What?
That's what I meant.
What?
Yeah.
Bro's averaging like 4 turnovers.
Signed
I feel
Cole
bad for him.
Anthony. Bang.
If you watch just like random possessions of the Pistons, Cade Cunningham will literally have 4 people staring at him playing defense because they just don't guard anyone else. Asar Thompson can't shoot. Jaden Ivey can't shoot. Killian Hayes definitely can't shoot.
Who's the worst shooter?
Who else is even over there?
Is Mason Plumlee still there, or did they trade him?
No.
No, Plumlee's not there.
Who's the worst
Where
shooter?
is he? Is he a Clip? No. He's not
Yeah,
a
I think he's a
Clipper.
Clipper and towards
Actually, yeah, you're right. He is a Clipper.
He's a Clipper.
Yeah.
What were we saying?
Who's the worst shooter? Killian Hayes or rookie year Lonzo?
Killian Hayes.
All right, I'll buy it.
I'll look it up for you though. To be honest,
Well, Lonzo might never play again.
which is so sad.
That's so
He's
so
actually
crazy
getting
to
good
think
with
about.
Bulls.
No, he was good with the Pelicans.
Well, that too.
Well, he was good with the Bulls too until he got hurt.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, Lonzo finally coming around. Now bro can't even walk.
Bulls were good with them.
LeVar might be able to beat him in a one-on-one right now.
Oh,
What do you mean? LeVar beats everybody in one-on-one all the time.
shoot, girl, shoot. Killian Hayes shooting 30.4% from 3.
How? You
I
only
don't
taking
know.
4 threes?
No.
That wouldn't be 30%, but the spirit's there.
Oh,
If you
hold
shot
on.
4 of 12,
He actually hasn't taken one in the last 2 games he's played.
that makes a lot more sense.
He only played 15 and 17 minutes in those games. Though. Dang, he really kind of stopped starting. They started him the entire beginning of the season, stopped starting him, and he's basically out of the rotation. 13, 17, and 15 minutes.
Because they're finally playing Jaden Ivey.
Is that better?
I would rather play Jaden Ivey than Killian Hayes. Jaden Ivey can at least sort of shoot.
Yeah, he's getting them up, that's for sure. He shot 7 of 8 in the first game he started.
Ivey?
9 of 16 in the second game, 6 of 12 in the third. Oh, I lied. Those are second, third, and fourth. He started a game before that and shot 3.
Big Ten product.
Really?
Yeah. he went to
Jaden Ivey is.
Purdue.
He went to Purdue.
Okay. Well,
But
move aside Jaden Ivey because they have best player in college basketball, Zach Edey.
I only have one more topic that I would like to bring up if we're done with the NBA.
Go for it.
Was there something else I was going to bring up?
Josh Giddey.
No, we already talked about him. No, I got nothing.
Thunder. I barely know.
Shout out to Ohio. we said that already. Thank you.
I know.
It's still fun.
It's so much.
Shout out to Ohio State for winning their tournament over Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, well, mine was also an Ohio State thing. Kyle McCord is terrible.
Oh,
He
well,
lost
that's
that
fair.
game.
I suppose you could-
Single-handedly, Kyle McCord lost Ohio State that game.
All right, so hear me out. Ohio State's problem is not a coaching problem. It is a quarterback problem. However, that does not let Ryan Day completely off the hook.
No, not at all.
For example, at halftime, There's no reason with 40 seconds on the clock we shouldn't have gone for 4th and 2. The clock stops if you get the first down. Our offensive line definitely could push Travion Henderson forward for 2 yards. And then we definitely could have kept moving the ball down because the clock stops when you have a first down.
It's just like BG versus
Definitely could have done
Toledo. You stop trying to coach to win.
Yep.
You coach to not lose.
Exactly. So he is not fully off the hook, but I also don't think we should fire him. So
It's Kyle McCord's fault. It is. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you go 12-1 every year if that one is Michigan.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? He's 1-3. Urban Meyer was 8-0 or 9-0, and Tressel was like 12-1 against Michigan.
So yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, something crazy like that. So it literally does not matter. If he loses to Michigan next year, they fire him 100%. He's gone.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And they're going to hire Scott Leffler. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
So,
Then it wouldn't be just a quarterback problem.
yeah.
there's
The only 2 turnovers of the game were at the hands of Kyle McCord. His stats will not show
I don't blame
that
the
he
last
lost
one
that
on
game
him,
because
though.
he threw for like
He's-
300 yards.
That's true.
But he lost them that game. Simple.
It was the poor decision making. Story of my life
Yes.
in quarterbacks this year.
Pretty much. I mean, he is just Mac Jones Jr.
They
He
look kinda
really
similar,
is
too.
pretty.
I know that's why I've been making the comparison. They look similar.
Yeah, that RPO he did was just so bad.
Awful. But yeah,
QB.
Kyle McCord needs to go. They need to do everything they can to recruit Arch Manning out of the portal.
Clayton,
What?
As fun as that would be.
Duke's quarterback entered the transfer portal this afternoon. I think we should go get him if Arch Manning doesn't transfer.
You know, I hear BGSU's Connor Bazelak had a good season.
So
Connor
anyways,
Bazelak should go play at Michigan if McCarthy declares.
is Arch Manning actually like a potential to go in the portal?
No one
Or
knows
is that
now.
just a rumor?
It's a rumor just because Quinn Ewers said he's coming back.
Okay.
Because everybody thought he would go to the draft this year, and then Manning would start as a sophomore.
Yeah, but Manning was still the 3rd string. There's still another guy in front of him, technically.
I don't know, man. I'm just
He's a Manning, and he'd make them money in the SEC. They would do it.
That's
Yeah.
true. Who do we add next year? Next year's Oregon and Washington, right?
Oregon,
Yes.
Washington, UCLA.
Oregon, Washington,
Yeah.
UCLA, and USC.
Oh, they're all coming next year.
Yeah.
I think so. I think they all come in 24-25.
That's right. I definitely had that conversation with my family during the Ohio State game.
even if the Patriots don't get Caleb Williams, I know Caleb Williams to go just so we don't have to play him.
No, we could play against Caleb Williams.
I mean, I'm sure we'd probably win. I just don't want to.
No, we would because our defense is that good. Well, depending on how much of our defense leaves.
Right.
I assume Eichenberg's going to the draft.
I think Eichenberg and Tuimoloau both are going.
Jack Sawyer will probably come back, though.
What about Steel Chambers?
He's gone.
He just has a fun name.
Steel Chambers is a senior, so he's gone either way.
Yeah.
I think he's a 5th year, so
He is.
even more so. But we still
Either
have
way-
Big Benosin at least for another year.
We cut all of Kyle McCord's NIL money. That's how we get back at him.
I don't think he has any.
They
What
all
do you mean he
suck.
doesn't have any? He's the starting quarterback for the Ohio State University. He has NIL money.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
I,
sense.
I saw Matt Rule said in an interview today it costs like between $1 million and $2 million to get a decent quarterback out of the portal and NIL money now.
Basically.
So we take Kyle McCord's NIL money, give it to Riley Leonard. There we go. Problem solved.
Oh.
Duke's quarterback.
Oh, the Duke quarterback.
Yeah.
I knew that. Well, that's like Caleb Williams said, why would I go to the NFL draft? I make just as much money on NAL deals right now as I would as a rookie NFL contract. Like,
Yeah, but he plays on a terrible team now, and he play on a terrible team in the NFL.
It's true.
yeah, exactly. But college is way easier. So
True.
It's true. That
He's a loser. I hope he turns out to be nothing.
I kind of hope so
He's
too.
going to be a bust.
Maybe he's a good guy, but doesn't look
Everything
like
he
it.
said has proven to me that he's a piece of crap. So
Yep. He's going to be a
Is he even going to play in their bowl game?
probably not. He's gonna sissy out.
Do you think our guys are going to play in their bowl game?
They freaking better.
I hope so.
I bet Marv will, because I think that'll probably just decide whether because he's still not sure yet. He's still on the fence.
There's no reason for him to be on the fence.
He's gone.
I'm aware of that.
He's like a
but
top 10 pick guaranteed right now.
He's a top 5 pick guaranteed almost.
He's a top 3 pick guaranteed.
I was trying to be generous, but all right, yeah, this is Hot Take Sports. He's a top 2 pick guaranteed right now.
There you go.
If the Cardinals and Patriots are the top 2 picks, then yeah, he's a top 2 pick guaranteed.
Oh, well, the Bears are
Actually, even
automatically
the Bears. Yeah, with the Bears is still.
The Bears might have the top 2 picks if they keep losing, right?
But who do they
Theoretically.
take?
The Bears have 4 wins though now. That
Do you put your eggs in the Justin Fields basket and take another receiver? So
Yeah.
then you have Moore, Harrison Jr., and Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet. I mean, that's a solid core. Their running backs have been decent. Too bad they don't have Montgomery anymore. He's been dogging with the Lions.
no, they're gonna.
They need line help. I don't know if there's any crazy linemen. I haven't heard any names, but the NFL draft is far enough away that I wouldn't have any research on that yet.
They're gonna draft the running back from Wisconsin, the Braylon Allen that's 19 or whatever. Next Jonathan Taylor. I was telling you about him last night.
Yeah. He's like a junior and he's 19 years old.
Yeah,
However that works. Reclassified up and
has to have.
got to college.
Yeah,
quick.
Clayton, Wisconsin's quarterback has
Running back.
running back 3 seasons, almost 3,500 yards, and he's still 19.
Trash.
No, he's just literally Jonathan Taylor. But
He's Melvin Gordon. He's not Jonathan Taylor.
Melvin Gordon.
oh, Gordon went to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Melvin Gordon was good once.
Melvin Gordon was like the man at Wisconsin for a little bit.
Was he?
Yeah.
Were he and Russ there at the same time?
Ooh,
I don't know. It would have been like at
good question.
the end of Melvin Gordon would have been the start of Jonathan Taylor.
No, not Jonathan Taylor. Russell Wilson.
Oh no, he was after Russ.
I have
How old
something.
is Russell Wilson?
Like 33,
Yeah.
I think.
Crazy.
He's been in the league for at least 10 years now.
That's crazy.
I know we only have 6 minutes on the Zoom,
That's fine.
but we can bring it up next week if we need to. But me and Clayton were talking up to going up the BG hockey game. We're like Finley and BG would play each other if Finley still had a hockey team.
Yeah, when we had hockey, we played BG.
Did Finley ever beat BG? in
Probably
hockey?
not.
Probably.
We were awful, from what I've heard.
Yeah, but those were the kind of the grim years of BG hockey too.
Touche. We lost $1 million a year on our hockey program.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm actually reading about that. Yeah. the
Yeah.
other day.
Because we would have to go play teams in Upper Peninsula, Michigan, because nobody around here had it. So we would go play D1 teams and we'd schedule 2 or 3 since we were making the trip, which means they'd have to have buses for every player, hotel rooms, and meals for the entire time they were gone. By the time they got back, and obviously there's not a crazy amount of fans for D1 hockey playing a random D2 team. So you're not making any money off of that. So yeah, we lost $1 million a year on our hockey program.
University of Findlay, BG is 2-0.
Finley is or BG is?
BG is.
That makes more sense.
So Clayton.
So yeah, we didn't win. That makes sense.
Clayton.
we can say they
Russell
played.
Wilson's last year was Melvin Gordon's freshman year at Wisconsin.
Did Melvin play
Okay.
all his freshman year?
He played 4 games.
So no.
But the
So no.
following year in 2012, Melvin Gordon and James White carried Wisconsin to the Big Ten championship.
James White. It's my
What year was
cousin.
that?
2012, they were 4-4 in conference and finished of the year 8-6, which means they won the Big Ten West and then just somehow won the Big Ten championship.
And somehow beat either Ohio State or Michigan.
Yeah,
Great.
let me see if I can find their
It
schedule.
might have been Michigan State.
In 2012?
Game logs.
Suppose. Could have been.
Michigan State was good then.
I don't know. I don't know football that far back. I don't know sports in general that far back. That was a long time ago. That was 11 years ago. I definitely
might
don't
be
remember sports
stupid.
when I was 10.
Well, we knew that.
But this says their 2 neutral site games were Nebraska and Stanford.
What are you saying to me right now?
If I'm reading this correctly, the 2012 Big Ten championship game was Wisconsin and Nebraska. I don't know how.
Ohio State might have been ineligible during that time.
because like the championship games are all played at neutral sites, right?
They'd all be in Indianapolis, yeah.
Yeah, and the end is neutral.
Lucas Oil Stadium.
They beat Nebraska 70-31.
What's that?
Who
coaches Wisconsin now?
Yeah, that was the Big Ten championship.
Crazy.
Who coaches them now?
Yeah.
Luke Fickell.
Yeah, he might have been our coach at that point because we sucked during his.
We didn't suck. We were just suspended because Terrell Pryor was doing dumb stuff off the field.
Terrell
TP.
Pryor. Let me. Yeah.
All right, crew. Does anybody have anything else?
Okay.
We're looking up Ohio State football in 2012.
They were 12-0, so I'm really not sure how that happened.
We were ineligible for that might have been the year we were ineligible for postseason play.
So that year there wasn't East and West. The divisions were leaders and legends. Nebraska was 10-4. Michigan was 8-5. We were 12-0. Wisconsin was 8-6. What the heck?
Yeah, you're right, Clayton. It was Urban Meyer's first year. We went 12-0, 8-0 in the Big Ten, won our division, but due to findings of an investigation conducted by the NCAA during the previous season, Ohio State was ineligible for both the Big Ten championship game and an appearance in a bowl game.
Yep.
We were
Terrell Pryor was trading
38-12 and
signatures for
didn't get to do anything.
tattoos.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Terrell Pryor would.
Luke Fickell was the co-defensive coordinator then, in case you're wondering. What a time to be alive.
I still can't believe that man took Desmond Ridder to the college football playoff.
And Nebraska had gone 7-1 in conference play and was still ranked 25th in the nation, below Michigan and Northwestern, who were both below them in the conference standings.
Yeah.
At 6-2 and 5-3.
Yeah.
Wild.
Is that a podcast?
Oh no, it gets worse. Hold on, let me finish this up real quick. Wisconsin was actually third in our side of the division, but Penn State was also ineligible.
Oh, yeah, because that would have been the Jerry
Penn
Sandusky
State finished
years.
6-2. Wisconsin finished 4-4 and got to go to the conference championship and then dominated Nebraska.
Wow.
Gotta love football.
Sports.
Speaking of football, all of those Thanksgiving games were kind of trash. All right, now we can wrap it up.
All right. This concludes Hot Take Sports episode number 116. Make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at Hot Take Sports 16. Leave us your best hot take. Make sure you use code HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off your first purchase. Again, $20, you guys. That's enough to get you a nice, good meal at a sports game. So save yourself that money. Code HTS, SeatGeek, $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you all next time.
Happy holidays.